No. Hey. I didn't see you there. But we're definitely glad that you're here. Because tonight's another one of those big nights. We're going to have another semifinal match here in Season 2 of Monopoly. So, why don't we go ahead and get to it and let's have a great show, why don't we? All right, we'll do this in 3, 2, 1.
M-O-N-O-P-O-L-Y. M-O-N-O-P-O-L-Y. Monopoly, Monopoly, Monopoly.
Yes, Monopoly, the world's most popular board game is not Monopoly. Here's the players. The role player Scott, the role player Pete, the role player me. Here comes Mr. Monopoly, Jason Myers, and here comes our host, Kurt Ferguson.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, once again for another big episode of Monopoly coming to you live from Grandma Studios inside of the MVG production house. It is great to have all of you along with us again for the ride as we come up here for our second semifinal match of our Season 2 Tournament of Champions. And let's not hold this thing up any longer than we absolutely must. Let's go ahead and meet our players here. We start first with our player in the red podium tonight. He came to us with a total of $83,540 for the regular season. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back our number 3 seed, Scott the Flat Broke Kid Michels.
Hello, Turd.
Hello, twin. How are you?
I'm doing all right, considering TOC night.
Yeah, it is TOC night. Before we got started, Peach got a little confused. He thought it was taco night. And he started trying to order the number 2 and the number 3. I don't know where he got the numbers from, but it's okay. We'll be all right, I think.
That's at least one soft shell in there.
This is true. So, yes, Scott, again, you are our number 3 overall seed. You got to pick your opponents, and we'll talk about that part in just a minute. But if you would start off first, remind everybody where you're from and what you do for a living.
Yeah, my name is Scott Michels, once again, as you can see on the podium.
Yeah.
I now reside, after moving a couple days ago, in a smaller town called Ripon, Wisconsin, and I am a college student currently out for the summer.
Ripon. If there is anything I know about you, you and Ripon are going to go quite well together, speaking of tacos. But congratulations on the move. But, of course, as I was alluding to a few moments ago, you were able to select Peach and Travis as your opponents. So if you wouldn't mind telling us what went into your selections.
So, Travis, I had selected because, he's a good competitor. Yes, he might be fast to the buzzer, but I feel like it's going to be a fun buzzer battle. I feel like it's just going to be a fun battle between Travis. And in the draft, Peach was the one that I had got chosen with, but either way, Peach is the same time excellent player at this. Great buzzer battle between the 3 of us, and I just wanted to make this entertaining, win or lose. But I'm hoping to win because I was in this situation last year, and I'm hoping to get that monkey off my back. There's the words I'm looking for today. Jesus.
Well, that's okay. I figured, if I can put my 2 cents in, that you likely chose Travis because there was a reasonable chance he might be asleep come round 2. Although, if not, I'm pretty sure, I was just checking the software, and I'm pretty sure that he buzzed in just now for a hostile takeover with just under a minute to go in the second round, so he might actually still be awake. Um, but and then with Peach, I think that you just wanted to see how potentially mad he can get if he does not win tonight. Would any of those statements I made at least be partially true?
And for Peach, add on there that he would probably be too distracted with pressing buttons on the soundboard to press his own button on his podium to buzz in.
That might be true. You might have an edge on me there.
Well, Scott, again, you are the number 3 seed, but you're going to have your work cut out for you. So we wish you the best of luck tonight. As we move on over to the player here in the gold podium, he is our number 4 overall seed this season. He was able to wrap together $69,030, and yes, Mark Leota was quite excited about it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the Monopoly stage, Peach Pitts.
Well, before you started doing these intros here, I actually just got done taking quite possibly the fastest piss I've ever taken in my life. So now that that's out of the way, I should be good to go here.
Well, had I known that, especially with you being in the gold position, I should have called you Peach Piss.
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, I'm not able
Missed
to change it this
opportunity,
time.
I know.
It is a missed opportunity, but, that's okay. So, Peach, you're coming in here. You're the number 4 seed. You were running right behind Scott on the season. So, what do you think makes you the most likely between yourself and Travis to be the one that can take Scott down tonight?
That's my answer.
And that's
I really don't know. I
that's
know
one
I've
of the-
played.
Uh-huh.
I know I've played these two before, but it's been a little while since I've actually even been here for one of these games, so I might be a little rusty, actually.
Well, I would appreciate it if you would stay Peach for now. If you'd like to change your name to Rusty, we could do that if you make it to the championship game.
Sure, I can oblige.
And just to clarify to you, you said it's been a while since you've been here. You were actually here in episode 22, so it's not been that long ago that you were here.
Well, I know there was like a long break in between those two games and the previous one that I had played.
That is true. That is true. That was about a 10-game span in between there that you didn't play.
Correct.
Yeah, but if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and remind everybody where you're from and what it is that you do for a living.
Yeah, well, aside from being an eternally bitter squid boy from 10,000 years in the future, I am from Prior Lake, Minnesota, which is kind of a rich person town, but I live in an apartment, so I kind of cancels that out, I guess. And during the day, I masquerade as a casino finance associate. But during the night, I like to sing while I'm in the bathroom and such that everybody can hear me because I've forgotten to mute, you know?
That has happened many times on here. I will, as Corey Lawrence would say, I can back you up on that one. So yeah, hey, we're gonna wish you the best of luck here tonight as well, Peach. Again, you got your luck cut out for you. As we go over now to the green podium and meet the final contestant, he is not only the announcer, but he is, again, our green player, and he was our number 9 overall seed this season, and he comes in with a total of $33,550. Please welcome back to the actual stage and not just the announcer booth, ladies and gentlemen, Travis Coulter.
Never mind.
Oh, there you go. You're already buzzing in. Great job.
Yeah, so you said.
You were asleep, actually.
Well, give him a few minutes. He will be. So, Travis, I've got to ask, did you make sure to take your no-dos before we started this game?
I'm sure even if I did, if it was a board game online, I don't know. We might not be making it very far.
Well, this is true because if it was a board game online, there's a pretty good chance it would take 200 spaces to get there, and nobody would have a flipping clue what the hell was actually going on the screen. So I totally understand where you're coming from. Yeah. Just clicking buttons. That's all we're doing is clicking buttons. But, yeah, Travis, if you would, as we get started here with you, remind everybody where you're from and what you do for a living.
I'm from Salem, Oregon, and on most days of the week, I make fried chicken. We made a lot today, so there was a lot of a lot of poor chickens, I guess, met their maker, and they were made.
Well, if they met their maker when you were making the chicken, that sounds pretty damn cruel if you ask me. But
I didn't do it.
But that brings up a really good question. It's something I've often thought about with people in, the fast food, just the food industry in general. Do you find yourself, since you have to work with that, do you find yourself getting tired of things like fried chicken and some of the other things that you may have to fix in the deli?
So I would agree. That is a true statement. Like, when I first started working there, I used to get the chicken tenders a lot, constantly making them. Just having them available, right when you're there, they do get tiresome pretty quick. So I was on a binge, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. I haven't really tried the fried chicken much, but I can tell a lot of people like it because they buy it.
Is there anything in that deli that you're like, when you see it, you're like, man, I really would still like to get some of that?
I do like Crispitos. Those are good. And then on the Chinese side, the pot stickers are really good. The fried rice can be good. It just really kind of depends on the day and what kind of mood I'm in.
And maybe who made it.
Yeah, who made it? I mean, I get to see it, so I'm kind of pretty familiar with it. And then, I don't know. My opinion is I make it better, but, that's a lot of people's opinion about their own cooking.
This is true. So, Travis, if you would, tell me, what is it about yourself? And even before I go further with that, if we remember and we go back into season 1, even though you did not win the tournament, you were by far and away the biggest money winner, and you were the number 1 overall seed for the tournament. This year you go down to the very last seed that made it into the tournament. So what do you think it's going to be that you've got that can make it to where you're going to be the one that wins tonight? Fantastic. There is not a better answer that could be had. So, Travis, good to have you here. As always, ladies and gentlemen, those are our contestants. All right, and with that said, just so I make sure that I don't forget until the very last minute, let's go ahead and do a quick buzzer test. Travis has already done this. Thank you, Scott. Travis did it again, and there we go. I didn't even have to say your names. Fantastic. That's the way it should be. This is going to be a fun game. All right, so just as a reminder to everybody out there, the person that wins tonight's game, not only will they get to go on to the bonus game for an opportunity to win some bonus cash, but they will also be moving on to our championship game that will be coming up here in just about 2 weeks' time. So this has got a lot riding on it. So let's get to it. This, of course, is round 1, and it is the acquisition phase of our game. We will be going around the board 1 complete time, stopping at each individual property. You will notice at the bottom of each of those properties there is a dollar amount. We will ask a trivia question. Wait, what? Trivia questions? You still do things like that? Wouldn't it be easier and more fun and less stressful on the players if you just said, hey, pick a number. Hey, true or false? Hey, are you my friend? But we don't do things like that around here. We like to try to stretch their minds a little bit. That's right. And sometimes if it's Jose Cazares, we stretch his ass because we're putting our foot about 6 feet up in it because he's over there going, this isn't fair. But yes, trivia questions is what we do. So I'll ask that trivia question while my wife looks at me like there is something wrong with me. And I can confirm there is something wrong. We just don't know quite what it is yet. But we'll ask that trivia question. If someone gets that question correct, they will get that dollar amount added on to their total. They get the question wrong, however, they will lose that dollar amount, and the other players will continue to have an opportunity to buzz in. If no one ever gets the question right, we will then throw that question clean out the window, and it'll sound something like this. Exactly. We have kept Anderson in business this year with as many windows as we've broken out. But We will then bring up another question, and we will cut the dollar value in half of that property. Once we've made it through all the properties in that color group, if someone owns all the properties, then they're going to get a little bonus added to their pot, and the properties will turn their color. If it's owned by multiple people, we'll go into a showdown round, and we'll talk more about that as we get to it. So, players, if you are ready, it is time. Let's start semifinal number 2. As we start with our brown property group and Mediterranean Avenue. Players, yes, Peach.
Actually, can we wait half an hour?
No. But yes, this is a $60 property, players. Here comes your first question of the evening. Which female black spider usually has a red hourglass marking on her? And that's Scott. A black widow is correct. $60 comes over to you. You have one brown property. Next up, we have Baltic Avenue. This is another $60 property, players, with this question. What life-saving device did American Benjamin Franklin invent in 17... And that is Scott.
Bifocals?
No, I'm sorry. That's going to cost you 60. Peach or Travis? I can finish the question on that one. What life-saving device did American Benjamin Franklin invent in 1753? Yeah, time's up on that one. That'd be the lightning rod. Yes, lightning rod. Go figure. All right, we're going to cut that property value down in half as we throw that question right out the window.
Electricity.
All right, $30 now for Baltic with this question. 1920, 1930s, or 1940s? The U.S. black leader Malcolm X was born in which decade? Scott?
The 30s.
No, I'm sorry, it's going to cost you 30.
Oh.
Peach?
The 20s?
The 20s is correct. $30 comes over to you. You are up to 30. And we are now going to be having a showdown round. Scott, you own one brown property. Peach, you also own one. Travis, nothing for you, so you're going to sit back and watch this one. Whoever gives me the first correct answer, you will take the Monopoly. Hands on buzzers, the two of you. Here's your question. What city in the United States is the home of the Library of Congress? Peach.
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. is correct, and you have taken the brown property group. With that comes $120 of combined value, taking you up to $150. We now move over to our light blue properties, and we start with Oriental Avenue. This is a $100 question, players. Everyone's involved. Here is that question. In mythology, which stone weapon is most commonly associated with the Nordic god Thor? Peach.
Hammer.
Hammer is correct. $100 to you. Takes you up to $250. We now move over to Vermont Avenue. $100 for this question. In food, from which animal does pancetta originate? Travis.
Sheep.
No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you $100. Scott or Peach? That would be the pig. Pancetta is basically like a ham, and yes, that is the pig. Yeah, yes, Mr. Monopoly, we know you're a master butcher, so tell them a little bit more about pancetta.
Well, it could be served cut thin or cubed up, but yeah, it's straight off the pig.
That's right. All right, so we're now going to cut that property value in half as we throw that question out the window. There it went. All right, players, $50 for this question. Which male actor played Ned Land in the 1954 film 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
Who won?
And goodbye question. That would be Kirk Douglas. Kirk Douglas. All right, let's try another one
Captain
for 50.
Kirk?
Yeah.
Of the Atlanta Falcons?
Yes. Which 20th century British monarch said, "We have our part to play in restoring the shattered fabric of civilization"? And that's Scott.
Queen Elizabeth?
No, sorry, it's going to cost you 50. Peach or Travis? Goodbye question.
Well,
That would be George the Sixth.
Okay.
Oof.
Yay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I had a George in my mind, but I was going to guess the fifth.
I figured you were thinking George Jefferson. How about this $50 question? Cross-country skiing and which other sport makes up the biathlon? And that's Scott.
Rifle shooting?
Rifle shooting is correct. $50 to you takes you up to negative
The heck?
30. That's correct. Rifle shooting is correct. Makes up the biathlon in the Winter Olympics. All right. So we've got one for Scott, one for Peach. Now we move over to Connecticut Avenue. $120 players for this question. In geography, what is the capital of Hungary? Peach?
Budapest.
Budapest is correct. $120 to you. You're up to $370. Well, Travis, you're going to be sitting this one out again. Peach, I need one correct answer from you to take the Monopoly. Scott, I'm going to need two. Here comes that first question. Whose operas include Lohengrin and the Flying Dutchman? And that's Peach.
Hans Christian Andersen.
No, good guess. No money lost as it's a toss-up. Scott? Anything? Go ahead.
Beethoven.
No, it was Wagner.
Wagner.
Yeah. All right. Again, nothing can be lost other than, of course, the whole entire property group. But no money lost on anything when it is a showdown. So here comes another one. What is the name given to a machine which transforms mechanical energy into electrical energy? Scott.
A solar panel?
No, I'm sorry. Peach, go ahead.
A generator.
No, I'm sorry. It was a dynamo. Dynamo.
Oh, wow.
Back question. All right, let's try another one. Which book of the Bible is set in Persia? Is it Esther or Ruth? Scott?
Esther.
Esther is correct. You've got one. You need
Thank God.
one more. All right. To see who gets the Monopoly. In food, is roti a general Indian term for bread or meat? And that's Scott.
Bread?
Bread is correct. And Scott, you have taken the light blue properties. With that comes $320 of combined value, taking you up to $290. We now turn on to 2nd Street, and we're in our magenta properties. We go to St. Charles Place. This is a $140 property. All players are involved again. Here's your first question. What is the official language of Tunisia? By question? That would be Arabic. Arabic. All right, let's try the St. Charles for $70. The Turkish flag is made up of two symbols, a moon and what? Peach?
Oh my gosh. Pass.
Okay, sorry, that's going to cost you 70. Travis or Scott? Scott?
The sun?
No, I'm sorry, it's going to cost you 70 as well. Travis, you want a shot?
no, thank you.
Well, we'll throw that question through the window. Think that one took out the skylight. And it would be a star. A star.
Oh,
All right, we keep this up, and I'm going to have to go in the junior book. All right, next question. In monetary terms, what do the initials GNP represent? Peach?
Gross national product.
Gross national product is correct. $70 to you takes you back to $370. You have one magenta property. Now we move over to States Avenue, $140. Next question. In television, in which 1970s U.S. drama series did a large family run a sawmill in the mountains of Virginia?
Nobody else watches TV? Good, I'm glad I'm not.
Not that TV.
Thank God we're not playing Seppi.
now that there's a hole through the window, I can say goodnight, John Boy. It was the Waltons. All right, let's cut this property down in half to
Was it
$70.
Walton of Lakers fame?
Yes. All right. Which Asian capital city is known by its inhabitants as Krung Thep? Peach.
Bangkok.
Only if you have your pants unzipped. But yes, Bangkok is correct.
Thank you.
$70
Thank
to
you.
you. You're up to $440, and you have 2 magenta properties. Now we move over to Virginia Avenue. $160. Here is your question. In nature, what is the opposite of diurnal? Scott.
Nocturnal?
Nocturnal is correct. $160 over to you. You're up to $380. We're ready for another showdown here. Travis, once again. Hey, you awake? I want to make sure you're there. Fantastic. Unfortunately, you can't buzz in right now because it is going to be a showdown between Peach and Scott. You missed it. All right, so Peach, I need 1 correct answer from you. Scott, I need 2. In nature, the purple emperor is a variety of what insect? Scott.
Is it a butterfly?
It is a butterfly. That's your first one you need. You need 1 more. In the card game cribbage, how many points are scored for a combination of cards? And that's Scott.
2.
Which add up to 15. 2 is correct. And you have taken the magenta property group. That comes with it $440 of combined value, taking you up to $820. We now go into our orange property group. We start at St. James Place. This is a $180 property. All players are involved, even Travis, with this question. Which Austrian composer wrote a piano quintet in 1819 known as the... And that's Scott.
Beethoven?
No, sorry, it's going to cost you $180. I'll finish it. In 1819 known as the Trout.
I could guess, but I don't want to lose money.
What would you have guessed?
Mozart.
You would have been wrong, too. It would have been Schubert. All right. Well, we're going to cut this property down in half to $90. We're getting used to that. Here comes your next question. Who, with Frederick Engels, published the Communist Manifesto in 18... Peach?
Karl Marx.
Karl Marx is correct. $90 to you. Takes you up to $530. We now go to Tennessee Avenue. $180 players, at least for now, for this question. In the musical team Gilbert and Sullivan, which of them wrote the words? Scott.
Sullivan.
No, sorry, cost you $180. Peach?
Gilbert.
Gilbert is correct. $180 to you. You're up to $710. You own 2 of the orange properties. Now we are to New York Avenue. $200 players with this question. In history, who succeeded George Washington as President of the United States? Peach?
John Adams.
John Adams is correct. $200 to you for that. And by chance, you own all 3 of the orange properties, so we'll turn those yellow. $560 of combined value come your way, putting you up to $1,470. We now turn on to 3rd Street. We are with our red properties, and we start at Kentucky Avenue. This is a $220 property. Here comes your next question. On the World Wide Web, which country does .fr represent? Peach?
France.
France is correct. $220 to you. You're up to $16.90. Now we move over to Indiana Avenue. $220 with this question. In biology, what C as in cat is the name given to the structure in a cell nucleus that carries the genes? Okay, I'm sad for the American educational system. That's chromosome. Think we're missing a few of those here on the stage tonight. All right, we cut the property value in half.
I'm not going to argue against that.
23 for me, not 23 for you. All right, so we cut that down now to $110. Thank you, Jason. $110 for the next question. In Peter Pan, what was the name of Captain Hook's ship? There goes another.
minnow.
There goes another one of those chromosomes. It would be the Jolly Roger. All right, we'll try this again here. Next question, still for $110.
Swing, better, hey, better.
Travis, you still awake?
Yeah, I'm still here.
He's over there counting chromosomes. So
Good
far,
night and God bless.
so far he's come up with. All right. All right, next question. In geography, Riyadh is the royal capital of which, Scott?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia for the wrestling fan. $110 you, you're up to $570. All right, now we go over to Illinois Avenue. $240 players for this question. In history, Singapore surrendered to which country's army on the 15th of February, 1942? Travis.
China.
No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you $240, but thanks for buzzing in. Peach or Scott? Well, Travis, if you would have moved from China to the China, you would have been at Japan, and you then would have been right. All right. So we now have to cut that property down in half to $120. Hey, when I mentioned that about properties getting cut in half earlier, that was not like a challenge. So, players, I now challenge you to stop doing that. All right, here we go.
Good luck.
$120
I don't want to lose
players.
money. If I don't
Well,
know it, I don't know it.
I know, right? Here we go. Next question. In television, name Jason Priestley's character in the U.S. series Beverly Hills 90210.
I only
Now,
know
Cleveland Browns 3.
Yes. That I would have accepted Brandon or Brandon Walsh.
the only character I could think of. No, that was wrong show. Shit.
Yeah, no, that's, yeah.
I was thinking the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny was on the Bugs Bunny show. Good try, though. All right. Here we go. Next question. In the sport beach volleyball, how many players are there per team? Peach.
2.
2 is correct. Good job, Peach. $120 to you. Takes you to 1810. And I believe we've got a showdown with...
Showdown.
Yep.
Peach instead.
Yep. Peach, you had...
Finally got
two-
to the showdown. Thank goodness.
I know, right? Peach, I believe you had 2 correct answers? Yes?
That sounds about right.
Okay, so Peach, I need 1 correct from you. Scott, I need 2. Here we go, first showdown. In the Bible, what was Lot's wife turned into for this? And that's Peach.
She was turned into a pillar of salt.
A pillar of salt is correct. And Peach, you have taken the red property group. $608 of combined value comes your way, taking you up to $2,490. Now we go to our yellow property group, and we start with Atlantic Avenue. For now, it is a $260 property. Here is your question. Everyone's involved, supposedly.
Travis.
Which Swedish-born actress played the main female role in the 1943 film For Whom the Bell Tolls? This would have been Kitty Bergman's mom, Ingrid Bergman.
Ingrid.
Yes. All right. As I said, only temporarily, it's now a $130 question. In human biology, what is the dark brown pigment normally found in the skin? Travis?
Melanin.
Melanin is correct. Well done. $130 to you. You're up to $210 negative. All right, we now move over to Ventnor Avenue. $260 for now. With this question.
Keyword being for now.
The ship Titanic was owned and operated by which liner company? Peach?
White Star Line.
The White Star Line is correct. $260 to you. You're up to $27.50. 1 for Travis, 1 for Peach. Next up is Marvin Gardens. $280. Next question. In the animal kingdom, What name is given to any front-fanged venomous snake of the family Viperidae? And that's Scott.
A viper.
Viper's correct. Well done. To our Nadar.
It is that simple.
Sometimes it is. If you would have said Randy Orton, I might have gave you a bonus dollar. All right. So, all players have a correct answer, which unfortunately means now whoever gives me 2 correct answers first is going to win the Monopoly. We might be here for a while. Here we go. All of you are involved. First showdown. How old was Stevie Wonder when he began recording music? Travis?
14.
No, I'm sorry. The answers are Peach.
12.
12 is the correct answer.
Oh my god! Somehow I was thinking 12. So
It was going to be 12, 16, or 21, and 12 was the correct answer. So Peach has 1. In Greek mythology, who was the messenger of the gods? And that's Scott.
Aries.
Nope. Peach or Travis? Travis.
Hermes.
Hermes is correct. And the one that was in charge of sexual pleasure was herpes. All right, so Travis has 1. Peach has 1. Scott still over there scratching his butthole. All right, here we go. Next question. In biology, what C as in cat is the smallest independent unit of life? Scott?
A cell.
A cell is correct. Looky there, they're tied again. Next correct answer takes the yellow Monopoly. Here is that question. In history, which Roman Caesar was stabbed by Brutus? Peach?
Julius.
Julius is correct, and Peach, you have taken your 3rd Monopoly in a row. The yellow group, that comes with $800 of combined value, taking you up to $3,550. We now turn on to 4th Street and our green property group. We start with one of our favorite properties. It's a very specific one. It's Pacific Avenue. $300 players, for now, for this question. In which sport is a 44-pound granite stone pushed down a strip? And that's Peach.
Curling.
Curling is correct. $300 to you, takes you to $3,850. We now go to the home of Brandon Scruggs, North Carolina Avenue. $300 players for this question. What B as in Bob is a device used to slow down or stop the movement of a... Scott?
Break.
A break. $300 to you. You're up to $1,150. 1 for Scott, 1 for Peach. Next up, Pennsylvania Avenue, the home of the president. $320 players. Next question. Which famous singer played a female baseball player in the film A League of Their Own? Oh, players. That was Madonna. Madonna. Did a fantastic job too. Great movie if you've never seen it. I absolutely see it. There's no crying in Monopoly.
Exactly.
Although there is a lot of scratching your watch and sniffing your ass. All right.
Chugging my water while we're at it.
That's right. Here we go. Half price now, $160 for this question. Who was sworn in as the 36th President of the United States? Peach?
Lyndon Johnson.
Lyndon Johnson is correct. $160 to you. Takes you to $4,010. All right. So, Scott, you've got 1 of the green properties. Peach, you have 2. Showdown time as always. Travis, you'll sit there and you'll think about your actions. Peach, I need 1 correct answer. Scott, I need 2, as usual. In pop music, what itsy bitsy teeny weeny garment, and that's Peach.
It was a bikini.
I'm going to need you to be more specific.
Okay, a yellow polka dot bikini.
That I will accept, and you have taken the green property group. It comes with $920 of combined value, taking you up to $4,930. We now make our way to our final property group. It is the dark blues, and we start with Park Place. $350. This is a big one, players. Here comes that first question. in literature was Rostan's Cyrano de Bergerac written in the 18th, 19th, or 20th century? And that is Travis.
19th century.
19th is correct. $350 to you. You're up to 140 in the positive. All right. Now we have made it to our final property of the acquisition phase. It's Boardwalk. $400 players for this question. Which American civil rights campaigner is remembered for his I Have a Dream speech? Scott.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Martin Luther King Jr. is correct. $400 to you. You're up to $1,550. Now, Peach, you will not be getting a fifth one in a row. And we find out, will Scott get his third or will Travis get his first? One correct answer takes this Monopoly. Here comes what may be the last question of the acquisition phase. In biology, what part of the body do flying fish use to propel themselves out of the water? Scott.
Their tail.
Their tail is correct, and you have taken the dark blue property group. With that comes $750 of combined value, taking you up to $2,300. And that sound means we have come to the end of our acquisition phase. Let's take a look at where things currently stand. Right now in third place is our green player, Travis Coulter, with $140 and no monopolies. In second place is our red player, Scott Michels, with $2,300 and 3 monopolies. And in first place is Peach Pitts, our gold player, $4,930 and 5 monopolies. This is where we'll take our first commercial break. While we're on that commercial break, players are going to be spending some of that money to make upgrades to their properties, spending that money on houses and hotels. And when we come back, we're going to do our 15-minute big money round to find out who's going to play for the once around the block jackpot and who's going on to the championship game right here on your favorite board game that's now a game show. That's right, it's Monopoly. welcome back here to Monopoly. Man, we have got a great game going on here tonight, as this is the second of our semifinal matchups. Remember, next week we will have our third and final semifinal matchup, which we will talk a little bit more about as we get to the end of our show tonight. But for now, let's go ahead and get back to it, as we are about ready to start our 15-minute big money round, and we know what happens when we get to that time of the show. That's right, especially since he's no longer in the tournament. It's time for him to redon that top coat and tails and top hat and all of that other good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage my friend and yours, Jason Quantavious Myers.
What's up, everyone?
You realize that you will always, even after I'm long gone, you will always be known as Jason Quantavious Myers now, right?
I've already accepted the name, so it's just a formality at this point.
Right, just go with it. It's okay.
Right.
It's
right.
okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay. It's good. So yeah, but so far, I know you've been watching the game over there from the sidelines and cracking up at some of the shit that I've been seeing and saying.
I was trying to catch some of the question cards to build a house over here.
Well,
at the rate they were playing out, I had one built faster than they could put it on the board.
This is true. So, but yeah, as far as the overall gameplay and where the standings are at right now, what are your thoughts?
Well, it took a while, but the odds seem to be in Peach's favor, but that really don't mean a thing at this point.
You would know.
I more quickly got rid of constipation after Cheese Fest than they got through that first round. But yeah, that was a very interesting round. Very surprising at that, because those are three smart players.
True. For some reason, the questions just did them all in.
They did.
We have zero apologies for what happened to Mark's Wheel of Fortune set.
Yeah, well, all I'm saying is that I took a huge dump underneath the wheel, so if he tries doing that series again, the shit's going to go flying.
Beware of that black space bankrupt.
Yeah. Yes, at this point I've become morally bankrupt, but so yeah, I'm sure that you have got those dice loaded up and ready to go.
Indeed.
All right, well, I'll let you go ahead and take your place over there at the rolling board as I tell the players about our 15-minute big money round here. Guys, this is what it all comes down to, and is going to decide who is going to move on here in this tournament. Of course, those of you out there in the audience, you'll notice our board, as we like to say, is hoed out. Once again tonight, players have spent that money, $50 for each individual house on the property. If they were able to build evenly and get 4 houses on all their properties, they could spend an additional $50, so $250 total per property, to go ahead and put that hotel on. So with that, we can go ahead and look at our totals. Travis is still in third place right now with $140. Scott is down to $300, still in second. And Peach is still in first at $1,430. But we know in this round, anything and everything can and will change as we get into this round. So here is how it works. 15 minutes are on the clock. We are going to go around this board as many times as we possibly can. We will stop at properties on those dice rolls. If it happens to belong to one of the players, we'll ask them a question only for them. If they get the question right, they will get the dollar amount for the hotel that happens to be on each and every one of those spaces. If they get the question wrong, however, they won't lose any money, but it will become a toss-up for the other two players to have a chance to buzz in on. If they buzz in and get correct, they're going to steal that money. If they get it wrong, however, they will lose the money, but the money will not go to the owner of that property. We also have some of those other properties that are on the board, like our utilities, electric company and waterworks. That's 100 times the roll for a toss-up question. We've got everybody's favorite, and you know it's mine, Chance and Community Chest, which can throw this game into a tizzy, and the one that really throws people for the loop, those Railroads, which will bring on a hostile takeover, ding ding, bada bing, and a chance for someone to go through with a little bit of luck and some knowledge and steal someone else's property group. But for us to do that, we've got to get into it. We've got 15 minutes on the clock, and whenever Mr. Monopoly gives us that first roll and we move, at that point, the clock will begin. So if you guys are ready, let's play the 15-minute big money round. So when you're ready, Mr. Monopoly, give us that first roll.
We start off with a 5 and a 3 for an 8.
And with that, the time starts, and we're on Vermont Avenue.
And Scott, there's a chance for you to try to catch Peach with 550 on the line.
All right, Scott. In geography, in which country would you find the Sierra Madre mountain system?
One more time, I'm sorry.
In geography, in which country would you find the Sierra Madre mountain system?
Spain?
No, I'm sorry. Toss up for Peach or Travis. And no one takes the risk there. That would have been Mexico. Mexico. All right. Another roll, please.
1 and 5 for a 6.
And that takes us to Virginia Avenue.
All right, Scott, let's try it again. $900 this time.
All right, Scott. In fashion, what G, as in goofy, is a type of boneless elastic corset?
A girdle?
Girdle is correct. 900 to you. Takes you to 1,200. Next roll, please.
2 and 5 for a 7.
And that takes us to Kentucky Avenue.
All right, Peach, Scott's trying to catch up to you. Here's a chance to break away. 1050 on the line.
Peach, in science, is cryogenics the study of very high or very low temperatures?
Low temperatures.
Low temperatures is correct. 1,050 you takes you to 2,480, and that takes us to another roll.
2 and 4 for a 6.
And that's Ventnor Avenue.
All right, Peach, keep on extending that lead. 1150 on the line.
Peach, in the film The Wizard of Oz, how is Dorothy transported over the rainbow?
Tornado.
Tornado's correct. 1150 takes you to 3630. Next roll, please, Mr. Monopoly.
6 and 4 for a 10.
And that is Park Place.
All right, Scott. Big money on the line. $1,500.
Scott, which P as in Paul is an Italian composer who wrote the aria Nessun Dorma, made famous by Pavarotti at the 1990 World Cup? Nothing there. Toss up for Peach and Travis. Travis.
Puccini.
Puccini is correct. 1,500 to you takes you to 1,640 and into second place, and it also takes us to another roll.
6 and 5 for 11.
All right, we pass go. $200 for each player, and we've landed on Vermont Avenue.
Well, Scott was hoping for Snake Eyes, but it's still his property. It's only 550 on the line, though.
Scott, what D as in David is the common name for the flakes of scruff shed from the scalp?
Dandruff.
Dandruff is correct. 550 to you takes you to 1950. Next roll.
2 and 3 for a 5.
And that is States Avenue.
All right, Scott. More money at stake. 750.
Scott, in travel, is the Italian city of Florence to the north or south of Rome?
North.
North is correct. 750 to you. You're up to 2,700. Next roll.
Sorry, across the board.
1 and 3 for a 4.
Oh, and that
Here we
is
go.
Community Chest.
Here we go.
Oh boy, come on.
All right, and we pull our Community Chest card, and this one says, Red player, that's you, Scott, you must make building improvements.
Really?
$250 per hotel. You currently own, let's see, that is 8 hotels. So that's going to be, let's see,
$2,000.
$2,000. I'm sorry, we're going to take that from you, and we're going to put that in the free parking jackpot, taking it up to $2,500. Oh, excuse me, I apologize, I didn't. There it is. Now it's in there. All right, next roll, please.
Doubles. It's a 2.
It's a 2. And that's New York Avenue.
All right, Peach. $1,000 on the line for this question.
All right, Peach. In the animal kingdom, what S as in Sam is a small, mouse-like, insect-eating mammal with a long, pointed snout?
What S you said?
S as in Sam.
Oh my gosh, what is it?
Time's up. Scott or Travis?
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. In the animal kingdom, what S as in Sam is a small, mouse-like, insect-eating mammal with a long, pointed snout. 3 seconds. That would be a shrew. Sometimes you can tame them if you're careful. All right, next roll. Coming up on 9 minutes remaining.
At least Shakespeare was able to.
Yeah.
6 and 4 for a 10.
And that's going to take us over to Marvin Gardens.
All right, Peach, let's try this again with 1,200 on the line.
Peach, in nature, are slow worms categorized as snakes or lizards?
Slow worms, you said?
Yes.
Snakes.
No, toss up. Scott?
Lizards.
Lizards is correct. 1,200 to you. Takes you to 1,900. Next roll, please.
1 and 4 for a 5.
And that is Pennsylvania Avenue.
All right, Peach. Scott's got half your money. Here's a chance to break away some more. 1,400.
All right, Peach. In what 1960 sitcom would you find the characters Morticia, Gomez, and Wednesday?
The Addams Family.
The Addams Family is correct. 1,400 to you. You're up to 5,230. Next roll.
2 and 3 for a 5.
Oh, thank you.
And that is Boardwalk.
Don't thank me now, Scott. You got 2,000 on the line.
Scott, which Chinese city gave its name to a method of serving duck with pancakes, cucumber, and hoisin sauce?
Peking?
Peking, we can accept that, or Beijing. Either one we could have accepted. 2,000 to you. You're up to 3,900. Next roll.
There's
1 and 4 for a 5.
All right, we have passed go here, so players get 200, but we've also landed on income tax, Jason.
Yeah, sadly, we got to take that 200 back and put it right in the free parking jackpot.
All right, that's income tax.
So,
Boom.
I'll take that right back, please. Thank you.
And that puts $3,100 now total in the free parking jackpot. Next roll.
It's doubles. 2 and 2 for a 4.
2-2.
And that would be Vermont Avenue.
All right, Scott, here's a chance to get that go money back and then some. 550 on the line.
Scott, in math, what is 108 divided by 9?
12.
12 is correct. 550 to you. You're up to 4,450. Next roll.
3 and 5 for an 8.
And that's St. James Place.
All right, Peach, 950 on the line for you.
All right, Peach. In history, what A as an apple was a region in eastern Canada that became the site of the first permanent French colony in North America.
One more time, please.
Sure. In history, what A as an apple was a region in eastern Canada that became the site of the first permanent French colony in North America.
The Alps.
No, sorry. Toss up for Scott or Travis. Travis.
Alberta.
No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you $9.50. Scott, want a shot?
No.
All right. Well, that would be Acadia. Acadia.
Ooh.
All right. Next roll, please.
2 and 1 for 3.
Yikes.
That's New York Avenue.
All right, Peach, try this again. $1,000 on the line.
Peach, in the animal kingdom, what is the collective noun for a group of crows?
A murder.
Murder is correct. 1,000, you're up to 62.30. Next roll.
I can hear you, Scott.
3 and 4
know.
for 7.
And that's Atlantic Avenue.
All right, Peach, 11.50 on the line this time.
All right, 5 minutes remaining. Yep. In geography, Kuala Lumpur is the capital of what country?
Nepal.
No, sorry, toss up, Travis.
Malaysia.
Malaysia. Correct. 11.50, you're up to 20.40. Next roll.
2 and 3 for 5.
And that's Pacific Avenue.
All right, Peach, let's try this again. 12.75 on the line.
All right, Peach. In politics, which has more members, the House of Representatives in the United States or the House of Commons in the United Kingdom?
The House of Representatives in the U.S.
No. Toss up. Scott.
UK. House
Uh,
of Commons.
House of Commons. Yes, there we go. We can take
Sorry.
that. All right, 52.75. Next roll. Under 4 minutes.
1 and 6 for 7.
And we've landed on luxury tax. Tell them about it.
Yeah, just like income tax, you got to pay some more. $75 from everybody, please.
Taking the free parking jackpot up to 33.25. Next roll.
It's doubles. It's 12.
All right, we have, of course, passed go. $200 for each player, and we're just visiting, so that means another
Yeah,
roll.
let's keep it that way.
Just visiting. Bubba's asleep. Don't wake him up. It's doubles again. 4 and 4 for an 8.
And that takes us to Tennessee Avenue.
All right, Peach.
It's happening again.
Time.
It's happening again. I'm getting
9.50
flashbacks.
on the line.
All right, Peach,
Getting
in literature.
flashbacks, and Jason knows exactly what I'm talking about.
All right, Peach, in literature, the Knights, the Millers, and the Cook's Tale all appear in which Geoffrey Chaucer work?
The Canterbury Tales.
Canterbury Tales is correct. 950 year to 73.05. Next roll.
No third doubles this time. 2 and 5 for 7.
And that would be B&O Railroad.
It's time to board the train, players. One right answer could earn somebody a chance to take over somebody's property. Good luck.
Hands on buzzers, players. What B is in Bob is a famous type of cheese, soft cheese that originated in, and that is peach.
Brie.
Brie is correct. All right, so you will now choose one of Scott's properties you would like to attack.
Gotta be the light blues.
The light blues. All right, so we will be going backwards. We are not passing go on that. So I need. The hell was that?
Hell.
Okay, I'm pausing the timer on that. What in the living hell was that? That
Makes me think somebody
sounded.
shat themselves.
I am absolutely sure that a bear just crawled out of someone's asshole, covered in mustard-stained fecal material, and let's just say he's a tad angry. If that was you, I would strongly suggest finding your insurance card, look on the back, dial that number, and speak to the nurse on demand.
Or if all else fails, dial 1-800-TURN-LAW. Option 2. for a free brochure and a free consultation. Your life can't get better.
Shit. It sure as hell can't get any worse.
Right.
That sounded like a noise you would make after eating Miss Kitty's cookie.
Sounds like the sound Miss Kitty's hoo-ha makes after you eat it.
I mean, was it all you can eat night at Chipotle? What the fuck kind of shit was that?
With that said, so Peach, believe it or not, we're still with you right now. So again, you're going to
Am I
need...
still with you, though? That's the
I'm not
question.
sure. I think we might have gotten knocked off air, but who cares? We're going to keep going.
Right.
So,
At least we're going to try anyway.
yeah, we're going to need 3 correct answers from you to be able to take over this Monopoly. I will restart the time after I have read this first question. Okay, so here we go. There is $550 at risk for this first question if you get it wrong. Here we go. In television, what was the nickname of the character played by Scott Baio on the sitcom Happy Days? Time starts.
Okay, that's not the character I was thinking of.
All right, sorry, time is up. The answer was Chachi. We're going to take $550 from you. That's going to get passed over to Scott. And with that, this hostile takeover was unsuccessful. We continue on, 1:30 remaining.
Well, what else is new?
It's doubles. 2-2-4-4.
Again,
And we're just visiting, so we need another roll.
Yeah, before Bubba wakes the bear up again.
All right.
6 and 5 for an 11.
Damn it.
And that's going to take us to Kentucky Avenue.
All right, Peach. We've given you plenty chances. 10-50 on the line.
All right,
Can I
Pete.
capitalize?
According to legend, which saint drove the snakes of Ireland into the sea?
St. Patrick.
St. Patrick is correct. 1,050 to you. All right, next roll. Under a minute remaining.
3-1-4-4.
And that's the B&O Railroad.
All right, players, all aboard. One more chance to try to capture somebody's property. Pending a right answer.
Players, U.S. presidential elections take place on the first Tuesday, and that's Travis.
November.
November is correct. All right, Travis, which property would you like to attack?
The Magentos.
The Magentas. All right, so we're going to race backwards to those. Starting at St. Charles Place. Time will run out through this. So this is going to take us to the end of the round. So here we go. You have $750 at risk on this first question. Who was the first woman to fly an airplane solo across the Atlantic Ocean?
Amelia Earhart.
Correct. We now move over to States Avenue. Again, $750 at risk. What is the name of the oldest university in the United States?
Harvard.
Harvard is correct. One more correct answer, and you will steal the Magenta properties and their combined value. But you also on this one have $900 at risk. Here is that question. In music, which Canadian singer wrote the songs Woodstock and Big Yellow Taxi?
Joni Mitchell.
Joni Mitchell is correct. And Travis, you have stolen the Magenta properties from Scott. With that comes $440 of combined value, taking you up to $2,605. And just a reminder, we do not take the money away from Scott. And that sound means we have come to the end of the big money round. Let's see where we stand at this very moment. In third place right now, with $2,605 is our green player, Travis Coulter. In second place is our red player, Scott Michels, with $6,400. And in first place right now is our gold player, Peach Pitts. He has $7,805. This is going to be our final commercial break. As we take this break, we are going to be selling back all of the upgrades that are on the properties these players currently own. And when we come back, we're going to add that up with our players' current scores and find out who's moving on not only to the bonus game, but who's going on to the championship game of this year's Tournament of Champions right here on Monopoly. Welcome back to Monopoly, everybody. Man, we have come to the end of another tournament game, and it's time to find out who is going to be our winner tonight, moving on to get the second seat in our championship game. So here we go. We start in reverse order as always. Our third place player coming out of the big money round was Travis Coulter with $2,605. We sell back his one property group that he has with the hotels on it. That nets him an additional $750, which means tonight he finishes with $3,355. Next up, we go over to our player that was in second, Scott Michels. He came out of that round in second at $6,400. When we sold back his upgrades, he was able to net $1,250. We add that onto his total, and tonight he finishes with $7,650. And finally, we go over to our player that was in first, our gold player, Peach Pitts, at $7,805. When we sold back all of his upgrades, he was able to net $3,500, meaning tonight he finishes with $11,305. Peach, you're moving on to the championship game of Season 2 of Monopoly. Congratulations. All right, Peach, we'll be back with you.
The Academy.
We will be back with you here in just a moment. But first, let's go over and talk to our runners-up. Of course, coming in third this evening, our green player, Travis Coulter, $3,355. Travis, man, it just seemed like it was kind of a rough go for you tonight from the beginning all the way until the very, very end when you were able to steal that property. What would you say was your tripping point tonight?
Going into hibernation.
Well, yes. Well, and as we were talking about in the commercial break, we definitely expect Travis Bear to find his way into Season 2 of Sorry the Game Show. So, yeah, I would definitely tell you, take the money you have won here and see a specialist, because I'm pretty sure that you ripped something. I'm not sure what, but something. But yes, Travis, so we're going to take those winnings that you had tonight. We're going to multiply them by 5, which is going to give you a total tonight to walk out with of an additional $16,775. And when we add that to your season total, you will walk away from, excuse me, I apologize there for just a second. I got a little choked up on my own spit. Jeez. All right, so that means you are going to walk out of here on the season with a total of $50,325. So, Travis, the stage is yours. With this being your last time getting to play for the season, tell us what you're thinking.
I'm ready to go back to the announcer booth.
Yes, you will be there for that.
And I mean, like we were saying earlier, and I'll say it again, these are great players. They're really smart. They're really fast. Definitely on the ones I did know, I was getting beat to the buzzer. So I wasn't fast enough today, but I'm glad that, I was able to play with smart people and try to test my skills. Unfortunately, I came up short.
But hey, yeah, as you said, I think you definitely had a good time getting to play with us this season. But yes, your run does come to an end again. $50,325 is what you'll walk away from us with. Yeah, what that meant. So, hey, you've been in 2 tournaments now. Will we see you in Season 3?
Absolutely.
All right, well, we'll see you again this fall, Travis. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Travis Coulter. Fantastic player and a good overall guy. All right, and now we go over to our second place player. tonight, Mr. Scott Michels. Scott, you came in, you were the highest rated seed, and unfortunately tonight we will be saying goodbye to you. So kind of in this moment, just like I asked Travis, what do you think ultimately wound up being your tripping point?
Acquisition phase for sure. I started to pick up the speed in the big money round, but Peach just had too many properties for me to capitalize enough on it. I damn well didn't go down without a fight, though. I will say that much.
Hey, that is absolutely true. And hey, here's the good news money-wise. We're going to take that $7,650, and as we do for all of our runners up here, we're going to multiply that by 5, which means you're going to add an additional $38,250 to your total for the season, meaning for your season total, you will be walking away and will eventually be deposited into your MVG bank account $121,790. That's a nice little chunk of change.
That is definitely, and overall I am just ecstatic I did better than last season, especially kicking off this season with a win. That felt so good.
Hey, and you definitely should be proud of that. So I say congratulations to you. You've made it through a full season now. You've played with us 2 different seasons. Will we see you in season 3?
Damn right you're going to see me in season 3.
And we'll probably see you, what, about 10, 12 times?
We'll see how the schedule holds up, but that's the goal.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Mr. Scott Michels. Again, fantastic player and good overall guy. And now we come to the absolute man of the hour. Ladies and gentlemen, Peach Pitts, he has done it. He has sealed his spot in the second position of our championship game here in our Season 2 Tournament of Champions. Peach, $11,305 tonight. As you may remember, for our winner of the semifinal matches, their totals get multiplied by 10 coming out of this round. So that means we're already going to be adding an additional $113,050 to your total. What are your thoughts in this moment, both of your winnings and actually being able to come out on top at the end?
I personally am glad that I was able to get this point, having played 2 very, very knowledgeable competitors around me right here. They certainly made me sweat a little.
Yeah, I can. Well, they probably made you sweat, and they might have left something. I think it was Travis left something maybe on your face, on your podium, something when that roar came out of him.
Did not help.
Yeah, no. I think he was trying to replay the Lion King with the roars. I don't know, but so yeah, you've got that.
Actually,
yeah, you have got that second position now in the championship game, but your night's not over yet because you still have a chance to add a huge chunk of change on if you are interested.
That might be something I'd like to try.
All right, well then let's do it as we go once around the block. All right, of course, we are here now with our bonus game. We're going to go once around the block with Mr. Peach Pitts. Peach, of course, with this being our semifinal match, you have the opportunity to double any and all of your winnings just from this bonus round here. So, as you know, there is a maximum jackpot here, normally of $50,000. We will double that tonight. If you can make it all the way around the board and land exactly on go, we're going to double that and make it $100,000 tonight. If you make it all the way around and you go past go, normally $25,000, tonight we double it and make it $50,000. Now, there is some ways that you can earn just a little extra cash. For every spot you can make it around the board as you are going, again, we give you 5 rolls to try to make it all the way around the board. Every spot, normally worth $100, it will be worth $200 per spot tonight, although that center bank there will only show it as $100 per space. We'll double that as we go along. And you can walk away at any time with that money if you just want to walk away, or if you're in fear that you might wind up hitting go to jail. Well, wait a minute. There's only one go to jail space on the board, you say to me, Peach. Well, no. We're going to add 4 more to make things a little tougher on you. We're going to add an extra one on 2nd Street, an extra one on 3rd Street, and 2 of them on 4th Street. So if you would for me, Peach, I need you to put that first one on 2nd Street between St. Charles Place and New York Avenue.
Let's put it on Electric Company.
All right, the Electric Company. Now we need one on 3rd Street between Kentucky Avenue and Marvin Gardens.
Kentucky.
Kentucky. And then finally, we need 2 on 4th Street between Pacific Avenue and Boardwalk.
I'm going to go with my usual strategy for 4th Street. Pacific Avenue and luxury tax.
All right, so we've got those 4 extra ones on there. I do want to remind you of at any time that you are able to roll doubles, we will give you an additional roll. So with that, we have got Mr. Monopoly here with those dice, and he's got the rock and roller all set up. So if you're ready, let's go once around the block and see if we can get you $100,000. All right, just a reminder here, your one bad roll right now is a 12. So whenever you're ready, tell Jason to stop the rock and roller.
I've done it once before, just not on this series. And now.
Is doubles. 4 and 4 for an 8.
Okay.
All right, $800 goes into the center pot. We double that. It'd be $1,600 if you walked away with it right now. So right now, if we look at it, you have a bad roll of 4.
That's it.
And that's it. You're still a little too far away from the other one. So $1,600 to walk away, or you can continue on. What's your pleasure?
I'm liking my chances. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Fire that rock and roller back up, Mr. Monopoly. Peach, you tell him when to stop.
I say this now. Now.
4 and 5 for a 9.
All right.
All right, we passed over that one. $900 more in there. $1,700 doubled up would be $3,400 if you walk away. All right, let's take a look at what we've got here for bad rolls if you continue on.
It's still a 4.
Just a 4, and you can't reach to the other one quite yet. So 4 rolls left. $3,400 is what you can walk away with. What do you want to do?
I got to roll them.
All right, rock and roller's fired up. You know the drill.
Yeet.
2 and 5 for a 7.
All right.
All right, skipped over another one. Add that in there, $2,400 doubled up goes to $4,800. You've got 3 rolls remaining. Things are looking pretty good. But now on this next one, if you decide to continue on, bad rolls are 6 and 7. Again, we know those are very high frequency rolls. So now things get a little more dicey, no pun intended. Peach, do you continue on and try to get to the big money, or is it time to stop and walk away?
Oh my gosh, from where I am now, but there's 50, 100,000 at stake. I feel like I'd be silly if I stopped at any point. Let's go.
All right, he's going to continue on. That rock and roller's moving. Tell him when to stop it, Peach.
All right. Now.
3 and 5 for an 8.
Oh my goodness.
And you're over top of those 2 there. Another $800 in the middle, $3,200 doubled up is $6,400. You have 2 rolls remaining. So you are right there looking at some big money right here. So, of course, your bad roll right now is a 6. If you can stay away from the 6, we're probably looking at some big, big money. and 8 would give you 100K. 9 and above gives you 50,000. So, what do you want to do? 2 rolls left.
I have 2 chances to do it, but potentially 1 roll can get me there. It's really, really big money. I want to go and get it. Let's play.
All right, we're playing. That rock and roller's fired up. We've got our fingers crossed. Let's hope you win this money. Tell him when to stop.
Come on, Peach.
And now,
You can do it. Hold up. I just dropped my dice on the ground. Try that again.
okay. Who knows how badly that could have gone. Now.
2 and 6.8. Oh my God!
You just did it! You did it! The second player ever to win the jackpot here on Monopoly. That $50,000 is going to get doubled. $100,000 is yours, Peach. Congratulations! Wow. Only the second time in the history of this show that has happened. Wow.
I'm surprised too.
That is amazing. Eventually the music here will stop, of course. So we're going to take that. Again, do remember, it's going to be 50,000 short. So tonight, and that's even short of what you did in the front game, so let's even forget that. So when we add on another $100,000 tonight alone, you're going to walk out of here with $213,050.
Oh my God.
That is amazing what you have just done, Peach. I mean, try to put into words what just happened.
Luck was a lady. That's all I can think.
Well, and if you thought that number I just told you was huge, let me remind you that right now your season total has you up to $282,080. Oh me.
They're happy.
Oh my, yes. Let's just say the Travis Bear is about to come out of the cage, and you may get bitten. This is true. So saith the spider. Well, as I said, you are going to be moving on in 2 weeks' time to have one of the 3 positions in our championship game. Congratulations to you tonight, Peach. Wow. We will see you in 2 weeks for your chance to win even more money. Congratulations.
Well, I will see you in 2 weeks. I can't wait to be there. I know it's 2 weeks from now, but yeah.
That it is. Jason, what in the world? We have, even though on the channel everyone doesn't get to see everything, we have had a total now of 56, if my math serves me correct, 56 episodes of Monopoly, and he is only the second person, both of them in season 2, go figure,
Right.
to ever win the big jackpot. The last person that did it was episode 14 this year. Kyle Hershon was able to win the big jackpot, and now in a tournament game, for crying out loud, Peach has done it.
What else is gonna happen between now and the finals? Are we gonna see another one?
Locusts. That's all I know. But yeah, and the
We
thing
had the
is,
bear, it's time for the locust.
it is time for the locust. And the thing is, that is the second time Peach has
That's
actually
crickets, not locusts.
Yeah. That's the second time that Peach has actually won our bonus game so far this season. As we know, the bonus game was not won very much during the season. Just taking a quick look here, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times out of 25 episodes was all the bonus game was won. So that makes only number 8 for the season. Wow. If that's happened tonight, what can we expect next week with our final semifinal match, which is going to wind up squaring off with our number 1 overall seed Kyle Hershon, the number 5 overall seed John Bergman, and the number 6 overall seed Dave Standish. What do you think we're going to see there, Jason?
I'm looking at the one record that I still have, and I'm starting to wave to because I have a feeling that's going bye-bye.
You know,
That's the main game record.
Yes, I agree with you that there is a good possibility that could happen. But, you know, the only way we're going to find out is to get to next week. I will tell everybody out there, please keep your eyes peeled to the MVG Productions YouTube page because the game will not be happening on Monday night next week. Some of our players have other commitments that they've got going on that night that won't allow us to film. And when I say film, of course, for me, that means live stream. Won't be able to do it that night. We're not exactly sure which night's going to work out, but keep your eyes peeled. And here's the best way to do it. If you make sure that you have subscribed to this channel and that you ring that bell for notifications, as soon as that video pops up and that countdown timer starts, knowing that there's going to be a live stream, if you've done those things, you will know when we're coming up. Okay, and that's going to be a big one because that's going to be the final seat to get to the championship game. And just as a reminder, in 2 weeks' time, that championship game, which will likely not be on Monday either because we're working with the people that provide the virtual facilities for the Monopoly set that we'll be on, that we were also in Series 1. If you go back, you can actually see that one. The entire tournament for Season 1 does have a playlist you can check out. We'll be back there again this season, but it will happen in roughly 2 weeks' time. So make sure you do that. Guys, if you would, please like this video. We want to know that you were out there watching, what your thoughts are on it. Leave us a comment. Good, bad, does not matter. We just want to know what you think. Always feel free, especially if you've got Discord, reach out to myself or Jason, either one. If you want to reach out to me, matter of fact, I will look here real quickly. It'll take me a split second here. If you want to reach out to me, my name on Discord is TurdFerguson21. You can find me there. Send me a friend request. You can give me any of your thoughts or feedback that you want to, or maybe you're interested in being a contestant on one of the shows that I am involved in. Definitely feel free to do that. Jason, if you wouldn't mind, what would your username be on Discord if they'd like to reach out to you?
Well, it's kind of simple to reach out to me. Instead of my YouTube name, Jakaya316, just drop the 316 and look for Jakaya. That's me.
There you go. That's the way you can reach out to us. And again, as always, hey, you might want to be a part of this group too, because let me tell you, we have all kinds of fun. And hey, you could even be one of the people that get to come on here and give Jose crap. If for no other reason, just come in here to do that, because trust me, that's enough to put a smile on your face for a whole week. So definitely do that. Go onto the Facebook page and you can find your way in to join us for all the shenanigans that we do. You've seen people like Doug Trovinger that joins you in the live chat most of the weeks. He was one of those same people earlier in the year that he heard us talking about that, and he came in and got to be a part of the group. And I know he's having a lot of fun, and I know that we have a lot of fun doing what we do and getting to put on these game shows for you guys each and every week. But it's time for us to get out of here for now. For my Mr. Monopoly, Jason Myers, I'm Turd Ferguson, and you sure as hell aren't. We'll see you back here next week for the Tournament Champions semifinal game number 3. Until then, take care, and good night, everybody. Everyone run.
Help me, I'm drowning!